Hey guys, John and Sam here from the Come Home Project. What's up? Yeah.
Check that out. Look at that.
What? Boom. Gear, baby. Guys, Memorial Day, as you know, May 27th is a day when everyone in the military remembers those who passed on and didn't get to the point in their career of being a veteran. You know, they died during their time of service, and it's sad. And you know I personally use it as a time to reflect and be super, super grateful for everything I have now. So in order for us to show that gratitude, we want to give back. That is why Memorial Day, we are releasing the Come Home Project website. It'll have everything on there. It has the VIP experience that you can sign up for. Super, super easy. We've been working super hard on this to make it super easy for you guys to sign up. The couples coaching and, excuse me, can you finish it?
The individual coaching.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's why we're doing it, guys. We want to give back on a day of memorial for all those who we've lost, and that's the best way we can honor them, right? By doing something for someone who's still here. So with that being said, I want Sam to take it away because we have something really, really exciting and a little bit of a story about how we grew in our marriage together.
So guys, we asked a couple questions in the page and the group if you guys know what your love languages are. And if you haven't read this book yet by Gary Chapman, The 5 Love Languages, you need to get it. So for all couples, you should absolutely get this, but I just saw recently that I don't know if it's recent now or if I just saw it, there is a military edition. So I think that's really cool. We're probably gonna get the military edition and just read up on that and see, the differences between the two books. But we were introduced to this book a couple of years ago and was told that, when we were doing a lot of self-development and learning about ourselves and as a couple, that this would be a great book for us to start with. So when we read this book, we went in and realized we are two totally different love languages. And when I say two totally different love languages,
different.
At the time, it was insane. So John was a very touch. He needed touch was his love language. And I am very words of affirmation. So that was in the beginning. So when that happened, we were realizing that we were going through some crazy things. John, you would never believe, is a huge
tough guy.
teddy bear.
Huge
he wants
teddy
to
bear.
Cuddle.
I want to be
He wants to be
hugged.
on me.
I want to fall asleep on her shoulder.
And I'm
maybe lay my head on her titties as I fall asleep, because what guy doesn't love doing that shit?
And I'm
She
over here.
fucking hates
I'm like, get
it.
the fuck
Get
off.
the fuck off
Get
me.
the fuck off me.
Get
Like,
off
I
me.
don't want that. Like, I'm not that kind of person. I'm
She's like a cat, guys. She's just
I want
like,
attention when I want
she's
attention.
very similar to our cat, and I'm very similar to our dog. In the fact that when, we come home, the dog's going nuts, love me, and the cat's like, whatever, bitch, like, thanks for coming home. And then he comes up to you when he wants to love, and then walks away. So that's kind of like our dynamic. And as time goes, guys, and you read this book, reread it maybe every couple of months, every year.
I would maybe do once a year. There's
Once
a
a
couple
year.
of books that John and I have really found, and we're going to go deep into this in our membership. So keep this in mind. The 5 love languages we should read every year, and there's another one that we also love to read every single year because each year I talked about this last night.
Yeah.
You're evolving and you're growing, and if you're not doing that, you're going to continue to go back to the same problems you're always having.
And it's very interesting to see. Last night I took the test to see where I would fall. And my answers were totally different than when
Completely
they were.
changed.
Now I want quality time and words of reassurance or words of affirmation.
words of affirmation.
Words of, either way, same shit.
Yeah.
And it's different to think about. And as your relationship evolves and as time goes on, so do you. So now, a few years ago, before we had read this book, I was no shit getting offended like, you're my fucking wife. Get over here and cuddle with me. And she didn't want to. And for me, it kind of hit me right in the gut. Like, my wife doesn't want to cuddle with me? What the fuck's going on?
At the same time, I didn't realize that I was also that I was
so
offending him. I didn't mean to. It's
there
just
was like this awkwardness between us. Then we read the book.
You're like-
and then we learned not only our love language, but how to love someone who has that type of love language, guys. So this book will totally change not only the love you have for each other, but how you love each other.
Oh my
And
gosh,
that's
can I
so
go into
important.
a really small
Yeah,
story?
of course.
A really short story about this too. Another thing, John thought I love gifts. He thinks
did.
I
I
love
used to
gifts.
for the longest time.
Flowers. I mean, like whatever you can think of. Expensive
How
things,
is that-
earrings. Like we have stories
So-
about stories, and we'll go into that.
Yeah, we can wait on that.
I am not a gift person. I don't need gifts. I don't need expensive things. I just want to hear like, hey babe, and you did it a lot today actually. Like, I'm so proud of you. Or like, I can take care of this for you. Don't worry about it. Like, you got a lot on your plate. That, like, quality time and words of affirmation are huge for me. So like, I was getting all these things. I'm like, I don't need this. Like, thank you. I appreciate it. I love it. And that's great and all, but that's not what I mean. And I was trying to fill this void. Like, oh, my husband buys me things. Yay. It's all in this book, guys. And it makes a big, big difference.
And we found out we don't want gifts. We want experiences with each other. We want to experience and travel the world together, not just here's an iWatch.
Like we
I
asked the
can't tell you
question.
guys how many amazing gifts I've gotten from my wife that have, one, either been lost, or two, we just sold them because she didn't want them anymore.
Or returned them. I return a lot of gifts. And I don't mean it. I'm like, babe, I absolutely love this, but like, I don't need this. Yes. I'm not a materialistic person. And something that we just asked each other, I was like, do we get ourselves gifts for our anniversary? And we like looked at each other like, no.
We don't.
So we go and we do something. And that's just who we are. And we've learned, we've totally progressed. Like each one of these little things is gone into completely changing now.
And as you're watching this, think about, have you ever felt a time where you're like, why doesn't my significant other want to cuddle with me? Why doesn't she hold my hand? How come she doesn't want gifts? Or how come she does want gifts, but she doesn't want that? So guys, seriously, take a moment, think about it. And I want to know, like, what type of love languages are in this video, and what do you guys need from your partner?
Like, do you have any stories that, like, things like that you've gone through? Like, we had the cuddle issue, we had the gift issue, we've had little things that just, you never understood. But then John would write like a simple note before he would leave for work, right by my bed. Hey babe, I love you and I appreciate you. I hope you have an amazing day. That meant more to me than any gift that you could possibly buy. So I'd love to know some stories that you guys may have had that you don't understand, like you didn't understand then, but now you're like, holy crap, like this is why. So I think this is we're gonna dive deeper into this. So I'm super excited about that, sharing more stories and going into more of, into our course and into our individual coaching as well as our membership. So stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned, guys. Remember, this is John and Sam Commons from the Come Home Project. Memorial Day, we're opening up the website to you. We're bringing you guys into our home, and you're trusting us to let us into your home to help you through all the bullshit. To cut out, this is think of it as a shortcut to happiness. Like there's no other way to put it. We're taking all the bullshit out of the way for you guys, for you to love each other more. And that's why I love what we're doing so much.
You can't not afford to have this. You're either going to have sleepless nights, you're going to have arguments, you're going to have fights. We can help you through things like that because we've been through stuff. And yes, you're going to have that kind of stuff, but why not learn from it? And that's what we're here for. And guys, don't worry, we're going to have gear for you too.
Gear, baby!
But seriously, we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, take care, guys.